This morning we're continuing our week-long back-to-school series with a look at bullying. Although bullies have been around as long as there have been schools, more attention than ever is now focused on ways to limit their influence. Balter is a child psychologist. Mr. Balter, welcome back.
Thank you.
Bullies aren't new. Everybody survives them. I mean, how seriously should we take this stuff?
Well, I think if you look at what researchers have been finding, that somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 15% of school-age kids report being victimized by bullies, then sheer numbers alone tell us it does deserve some attention.
But how seriously are they when we say victimized? I mean, we're not talking about somebody being cruelly hurt.
Well, yes, we are. Actually, kids who are bullied are intimidated. They're made to feel humiliated by other kids on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. You're going to school, which is your job when you're a kid, and you got to face that every day. It can actually be crushing to your spirit as a kid.
Give me a working definition, if you would, of a modern bully. In today's context, what's a bully?
It's a person who's cruel, who picks on somebody who's smaller and weaker and someone who can't defend himself. And usually they do it in a verbal way, and sometimes it escalates into a physical way. And also to get kids to do things, other kids to do things they wouldn't normally want to do.
Kids, by their very nature, can be terribly cruel.
Yes.
Even when they don't mean to be. What's the difference here between bullying and what we might commonly call teasing? Well,
a bully might use teasing as part of the whole repertoire of being a bully. But not everybody who teases is really a bully. Teasing is just like irritating someone else, being coquettish, being annoying. A bully might tease, but they do other stuff too, like intimidating and lording it over other kids.
Are there certain people who become bullies?
Yes, I think there are. But there are many routes to getting to be a bully. It isn't as though there's one direct line to being a bully. Usually, kids who are bullies are either kids who themselves have been pushed around a lot and made to feel humiliated and really made to feel they don't have any power. It's also a misguided way of getting bullies want to be accepted. They want to get respect from people. And they have a misguided way of doing it.
They think that's the quickest way.
Yeah, that's right. Intimidate them and make them afraid of them.
What about the other side? Is there a stereotypical picture of the victim, of the 15% who are victimized by bullies?
There has been, and you hate to blame a victim, but ordinarily, the kid who becomes victimized is the one who kind of shows that he's fearful and is easily intimidated, doesn't have a lot of self-confidence.
So what does that say, that there's certain behavior that invites a bully?
Absolutely, yes. Unfortunately, yes. If you exude a little bit of self-confidence, some kids who get bullied, who tend to be the ones who are picked on, want the bully to like them, and they have bad social skills. So what they do is, like we were talking about teasing before, they tease them, they irritate them, they annoy them, they look weak, and the bully then gets on their case. Okay, let's go to your 4 suggestions then for parents to stop the bullying. Report bullying? Yeah, now this is not so easy. I mean, it sounds simple-minded, but most kids don't want to tell on another kid. And also, there's a fear, besides not even wanting to be a tattletale.
Retribution.
That's right. Someone's going to get you and retaliate. So there's got to be systems set up where a kid can feel safe in telling somebody.
Okay. Avoid confrontations?
Yeah, you're not a coward if you walk away from a situation. I mean, you got to teach a kid it's okay to walk away from a situation if it's going to be harmful to you.
Distance is always a great weapon in a fight. Avoid being alone with them.
Oh, yeah, the safety in numbers. If you could possibly manage it, if you know you're being bullied, then hang with your little group. I mean, bullies are less likely to walk into the group and single you out.
Yeah. And what about don't turn a blind eye?
Well, I think the idea is you shouldn't ignore seeing another kid who's being bullied. Another kid's being bullied. If you have a bunch of kids with you, or if you can get to somebody who's an adult to help, intervene, because if you show bullies that it's not really tolerated, we're going to do something about it, it's less likely they're going to continue it. So really help somebody out who's in need.
A lot of it's common sense. Lawrence Balter, thanks very much.
A pleasure.